What's going on again, everybody? This is the PTSD show, and we here back with another topic. And I just wanted to talk about this. So, if y'all not aware, the rapper Takeoff, a part of the Migos group, he died at age 28. I don't got all the details, but I do know a certain amount of it. So apparently, they was at a bowling alley and they was playing dice. Migos playing no Quavo was playing dice, and apparently the people he was playing dice with, they was they was winning against Quavo. Okay, and they was taking his money. And now, according to what my cousin Tony said, Quavo, he was at the point where he was losing. I guess he was losing so much money. He's like, you know what? Like he quit. He quit apparently, and he's like, I'm gonna just leave, right? But the goons he was with, I guess the people that he was losing against, they was talking stuff. They was talking mad stuff like, yeah, we winning and everything, and Quavo didn't have a problem with it. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing. Quavo didn't have a problem with it. I thought he did, but he didn't. The goons that he was with, they had a problem with it, and the whole fight got up, and then somebody just started shooting shots, and unfortunately, Takeoff was in he was in gunfire. He was in the range.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather him go first because, dude, I still ain't seen the video, but you
Oh,
did.
I ain't you seen the video?
Yeah,
Okay, because I just saw details like of the. I didn't see the video, but Takeoff was in the midst of gunfire and he unfortunately got shot and he died. This topic is basically going to be about why black people, and I'm just speaking just with black people. Why do black people generally have so much hate and just this large ego towards each other, like this need to flex and everything. So I'm gonna just start with Dre on this, and I want to get his take on it. But I just want to ask this question because it's becoming a problem at this time. So what you gotta say, Dre? And describe, like, I guess you have more details on the story.
He saw the actual video.
Okay, like to get into to further detail about it. Yeah, it was like over well, it wasn't really over a dice game. What they were doing before that situation happened, they were having a dice game.
Okay.
I think somebody a guy named Prince J. I think that's his name. Prince J was part of it in his entourage. And what happened was, I guess after Quavo was losing the game, basically they pretty much stopped. And I guess they were all, his entourage and Prince J entourage pretty much got into a heated debate, or not a heated debate, but it was a heated argument over basketball or something like that. And I guess Quavo was going back with somebody. In the video, you can't really tell who he's going back and forth with, but you could tell he was getting in a heated argument, basically. And in the video, you can see there's a guy that's a part of Quavo's entourage. He was holding a gun in his pocket. He was basically holding a gun. You can see in the video. I think TMZ has the video on there if you want to look at it. And I guess they kind of, I don't know if he sensed that something was about to start up or something like that, but Quavo pretty much, I guess at a certain point of the argument, he was ready to walk away and just say, forget it. I'm not going to go back and forth with y'all before he hurt somebody, he said. And after that, then that's when everybody heard gunshots and nobody knew where it was coming from. So apparently, I guess somebody from Prince J's entourage pretty much shot Takeoff in the head. And I think a stray bullet also hit him in the neck or something like that, they said. And at first, a lot of people were saying they thought that it was a stray bullet that his own partner, Quavo's own partner and Takeoff's own partner, might have accidentally shot him. But actually, if you look in the video, you could see somebody walk up to Takeoff. And you can't really see the gun, but you can see where it happened, where you see you hear the first shot. And I think
he shot him like point blank.
It was like point blank, like right there. Damn. Pretty much. And it was just crazy. But and apparently the guy that everybody think that shot him, he apparently died not too long ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if that was a retaliation of what happened or if it was somebody trying to, since he I think he was a young dude or something like that. I don't know if they were just taking him out because he got too much information. But a lot of people think it was a hit put on either Quavo or Takeoff, but Takeoff wound up taking the bullet. And a lot of people said that Takeoff pretty much, he was at his own little space. He didn't really have nothing to do with the argument. He wasn't really into the dice game and nothing like that. He was just off chilling. He was just a chill dude. He had nothing to do with what was going on. And then he wound up getting killed. So he pretty much took the bullet for something he wasn't even involved in. But to get to your topic though, I feel like there's a lot of hate going on because, how can I put it? It's a lot of money involved when it comes to things like this, and then music. When you really think about hip hop too, like hip hop is the only genre that has the artists dying in this type of way. You don't see R&B, pop music, rock music, or people dying in this type of way. We either dying from gun violence or drugs, and it really goes to show that I believe that it comes from the type of upbringing in the community that we're entangled with. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a lot of these artists that's getting shot, you got to think about the type of background they come from and the image that they're putting out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that anybody deserves this type of this treatment, or because some people they wind up getting killed for something they ain't even got nothing to do with,
Right.
or just because you out wearing a chain like the I think it's PNB Rock that recently got shot, or something like that. But it goes to show how you have to be, when you at that certain level, you need to have a certain, you have to move in a different way. You have to keep security. And a lot of these people that's wind up getting shot, they keep their homeboys around them. And I understand that you want to keep your people around you, but at the same time, you need to keep, you moving at a different status now. And everything you got, people want. So you gotta move different at this point. Now you have to have people around you that's at a professional level, meaning like you have to have bodyguards that's skilled at doing stuff like this, or reading the situation and ready to remove you from it. Your boys, they gonna have your back, but at the same time, they're not professionals. Now, if this was like I'm going back to the Takeoff situation. If this was like a stray bullet or something like that type of situation, you gotta understand. People in the hood, they're not trained to kill people in a professional way.
Right,
you gotta understand that.
True.
They're trained to just shoot whatever, or try to aim at what they see. You know what I'm saying? Or that could be that could be in danger. But when you at that certain status, you have to have people that's professional at this certain type of thing to guide your back, because they can assess the situation and know when to keep you away from it and push you away from it. If Quavo and Takeoff had bodyguards with them, I'm quite sure the bodyguards would have moved them from the situation immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because they would have assessed the situation. And it's just sad because it's like we see this happening so many times in the hip hop community, to the point where it's like it's becoming like, how can I put it? It's just like it's normalized now in a way, and it's like it's messed up, and it's like we're losing so many artists. Rather you like them or not, at the same time, they're still people and they got family. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really deserves to go out in certain situations like this, especially if somebody don't have nothing to do with it. And it's not even just about rappers. You got people who ain't even in gang violence, that's just living their everyday life, losing their kids, their mothers, their fathers to situations they don't have no business, no connection with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's really messed up, and it just goes to show how messed up our egos is in our community, and how bad we want to prove a point or allow certain things to get in our heads. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just we gotta do better too. And I really feel like it's crazy, because I feel like it's got to do a lot with the black men too. And this is a different topic from a lot of stuff we talk about with women and stuff like that. But this goes a lot to do with black men, because a lot of times we need to hold ourselves accountable for the nonsense that we do. True. You know what I'm saying? Whether it comes with money or women or the status and stuff like that, we need to be able to assess certain things and keep ourselves out of it. You know what I'm saying? And do better for ourselves. So I put a lot of the blame on our black men in our community for this type of violence. You know what I'm saying? And feeling like they have to do certain things to fit in with a certain type of group. And that's not something, it's not something that we should get used to. It's something we need to change, honestly, because it's too many people getting outside of it all, getting affected by it. So it's like you make a wrong choice now, somebody coming after you, but they kill somebody else that ain't got nothing to do with it, and now you trying to escape the certain situation. And it's just it's a whole lot of mess, bro. I don't even know how to explain this stuff no more, bro. It's just messed up. So that's just my opinion on that, bro. Honestly.
Well, to piggyback off what you said, Dre, and you're right, it is about the black man, so I can agree with that. But the part was like, we got to hold ourselves accountable. That's the thing. We do that. We do. Now, just because we hold ourselves accountable, changing is a different thing. Because black man, like I said, between the black man and the black woman, the brother will admit that we jacked up. You know how many black men always talking about, man, we need to, like you just said, we need to do better. We always, the accountability is no problem. We hold accountability, but now putting it into action is another thing. And the thing is, the ones that do hold themselves accountable, the men, and they do good and they live righteous, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
So just because they want to change, that don't mean the babies growing up under them is gonna change. And remember, we live in a world where everybody wanna F you, I do what I want. That YOLO mindset. So the brothers that's holding themselves accountable, they holding themselves accountable and they're trying to live better. They are. But the young boys that's raised up, they have to be, and let's go back to what I was saying about the leader. You can't be a leader without nobody that's willing to follow you. Right. So if older men is trying to tell the younger men, and the younger men don't want to be led or don't want to listen, it ain't gonna change anyway. So I don't think it's the accountability. We hold ourselves accountable, but the youth has to be willing to listen to the elderly, but they don't want to because they got this I don't give a F attitude. So since you don't listen, you don't get off into some BS. So yeah, it's one of those things that's never gonna change, and this is biblical too. Like we gonna hate our brother, meaning, and of course I don't hate my brother, but of course the Bible means in general, black men hate other black men, and we do. So everyone in this room, we don't hate black men, but you have black men that do it. We know that black men do, because you got black men that hate us, and we don't even hate them. So general mean more often than not majority, not everybody, but it's still significant because it's the majority. So brothers hate each other, especially when it comes to like riches, like somebody's rich or successful, and you not, and they want what you have, like what you were saying. So they'll do anything to get it. And the sad thing is, it don't just stop at people that got money. You got people that hate on you, and you their next door neighbor. You ain't got to be rich or nothing. You could just be more likable than they are, and they hate you. You could be more of an influence to people than they are, and they hate you. Girls can like you, and they don't like him, and he hates you. So it don't even have to be on no rich stuff. It could be just be regular everyday life. But it intensifies when you are rich and you're successful. You just make yourself more of a target. But you don't even have to be rich to go through like brothers hating on you. So it's just, like I said, we all, and I always hear black men say this, put the guns down, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll have sisters say this too, but like, remember the men are supposed to be the leaders in general. So I always hear brothers speaking out and being accountable. So we do that as far as like, it's our fault. But remember, saying it's our fault is only the first step. Right. The second step is changing it, putting what you said into action. Right. So niggas ain't gonna do nothing as far as action, but we do hold ourselves accountable, which is the first step. So yeah, we'll say, yeah, we had a problem, we jacked up. Yeah, we can admit it, but you know, actually putting it into play and implement it is a whole nother thing. And then it's crazy because the world we live in, for the brothers that try to implement it and do the right thing, you always got to go against the force that don't want you to do the right thing. There's this famous saying that says, no good deed goes unpunished. So even when you do righteous, you would think you're going to get punished for doing bad. But we live in a world, you're going to get punished for doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. So for the brothers that try to step up and be actually in the communities trying to do it, you always going to have a pushback of people that don't want to hear that. That's why when you say something real, man, brother, like, we got to stop doing this with it. Man, I don't want to hear that ass man F it. I don't want to, like, it's always somebody that's going to push back and just dismiss you and go against what you're saying. They're going to go against what's good because that's just what it is. Like, and that's why, and then when you hear the whole talk of good and evil, you know, I always say this, oh, well, it's a balance. And I'm like, I get it for the sake of argument, but there's no such thing as a balance when it comes to good and evil. It's always 20% good, 80% bad. Yep. It's always more wicked than good. It's always going to be more wicked than good. So people need to stop saying it's 50-50. Because guess what? If it was 50% good, the world would be way better than what it is now. Because that means it's literally half. 50% is a big percent.
Oh yeah.
So 50% of bad is big as hell, and 50% is good. 50% of good is big as hell. That's a balance. It's more wickedness than righteousness. So it's actually 80-20. It's not 50-50. So people need to stop saying it's a balance between good and evil. No, it's not. It's way more wickedness than it is good. If anything, why do you think when good does happen, for the people that's really righteous, they praise it because that's not the norm. Yeah. But guess what's the norm? Wickedness. Attention, whoredom, greed, gluttony, all that is the norm. So since that's the norm, that happens every day. Attention, like I said, girls shaking their butt on Instagram, guys want all the money in the world and all the power, that's wickedness, that's greed, gluttony, eating too much when you know that you're full, and I don't even mean physically, that could be metaphorically, it could be food or just feeding information, like you're trying to be something that you're not. Instead of playing your role, a lot of people try to be God in a human's body. There's only one supreme ruler. But everybody want to be this, oh, I'm the top this, I'm the top that. Everybody want to be the top G. Everybody want to be at the top. Instead of just playing a freaking role. So that's the problem. You need to play at the level you at and stop trying to attain something that you wasn't even born to be. So, like I said, with greed and power and gluttony and attention and violence, it just is more wickedness than righteousness. And the little righteousness that prevails or breathes, it gets stifled by the wicked because there's way more bad than good. That's just what it is. So there's no such thing as a balance between good and evil. It's way more wicked, and it's way more wicked than bad. And the good has to keep fighting, and that's why they call it fighting the good fight, because it's a never-ending fight. Because if it was good, if it was 50% good, you ain't got to fight as hard, because it's that much good to balance out. But the reason you have to fight to the death is because it's more wickedness than righteousness. So the good fight will never end. Period.
Tone, you just come out and say preach. Let's go this way, Sean. There you go.
I didn't say
Wait
more.
on. That's on you.
Oh. Go ahead, go ahead.
You fired, man. You fired.
I think you finna,
I need a new sound guy.
you finna talk, right?
You got something to say?
Yeah, I ain't do my
Oh crap! I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh wait a minute. I ain't gotta do that. Go ahead. Swam, my brother. Go ahead,
All
brother
right.
Shabazz.
technical difficulties.
Okay. Go ahead.
Y'all said a lot of good stuff. With this ego, man, I know it's never gonna happen, but black people with this ego, in my opinion, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. These days we getting killed over the stupidest stuff. A basketball game. That's what you said. A heated debate over a basketball game.
Yeah, rather if he can beat such and such.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
I understand, yeah, but it's not that deep to me. It's not that deep. So we have to stop trying to play this character of we this big bad with this ego, because some situations we can't handle, and we need, Quavo, understandably, he tried to walk away from the situation, but his entourage that he was with, they wasn't going, and this is what comes to my next point. You can't take the hood everywhere you go, man.
There you go, man.
You can't take the hood everywhere you go, because
You're right.
when you coming up, the people that you grew up with, you don't see them for a while when you coming up. They change, and then when you see them, they this different person that you that you don't know anymore. They different from when you saw them 8 years ago. You can't take the hood everywhere you go, man. I know, black people, we got that bad, oh, that's my boy and everything. Just like what Tony and Dre said, that's my boy. I got to be there for him. But you can't take them everywhere you go, because they going to react to situations how you wouldn't react. So what I mean by that is you will react like, oh, man, he cool. Like, you'll drop it. But him, he like, nah, I ain't going for that nigga. They'll just... Come on, man, stop.
He said, I ain't going for that nigga. Go ahead.
But it's funny. It's funny, but it's true. It's true. They have this ego, this driven ego that's like, I need to be the bigger man, or I'm the top dog, or I got to stand up for my boy and everything. But if you just learn to walk away, that could save a life. And I know it's never gonna happen because niggas don't listen. But just you just gotta walk away. I could just give you advice. Just walk away from situations before it gets heated. That's why. Why do you think when the bigger person walks away? Why do you think the dude is still talking trash? He want him to come back. Why do you think people go places in different areas and they just being loud and obnoxious? They want a problem. They want you to say something. They looking for a reason to pull that 9 out. They looking for a reason. And then, just like what Tony said, no good deed goes unpunished. You try to be the bigger person. Hey, y'all need to, be quiet, and y'all need to, be civilized and everything, and calm down. Who the hell you talking to, nigga? Like that nigga. Right. Mm-hmm. So no good deed goes unpunished. Even when you try to do the right thing, you still pay the price. You still pay. And with the black people, we got that bad. Black women got it. I'm not even just talking about women. Niggas got it too. Black women, y'all need to stop talking. Stop talking trash to each other. Black niggas, y'all need to stop. We need to stop. I know it's not gonna happen. I know it's not, but it's a problem. It's a problem. And I feel like because of this music, so there's new rap. Notice in the new rap, every song you hear, they always talking about guns. I'm gonna pull the fab out. I'm gonna pull up. We gonna dump, nigga. Like what? It's always in this music. I think this new music, like this new rap stuff, Future and everything. Personally, I don't care about that stuff. I don't listen to it. You can hate me if you want. I don't listen to that stuff because it's not for me. It's not for me. That's not who I am as a person. People who do listen to that stuff, I think it kind of has an influence. It kind of has like a devilish influence to them. When they talk about rapping with rapping and pulling up and doing a drive-by, that's literally saying buy a gun. In rap terms, go get a gun. You know, because back in my dad's day, if you had a problem, and this was from my uncles, this from my mom back in their day, if you had a problem, you just settle it out with these. But now times has changed. This is what you settle it out with. But how's that a settlement? How's that settling if the other person is dead?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. To you, that's a settlement because the nigga dead bleeding. That's a settlement. But that's just crazy. So this ego and everything, I know it's not gonna happen. I know I keep saying it, but we black people got that bad. We got that bad. We just need to learn to walk away from certain situations. But that don't even help because like what Tony said, you can walk away and you'll still get the bullet. Just because they hate you that much.
Yep.
You got niggas that hate you and they haven't even met you.
Yeah.
That's why I like what Drake said in one of the songs. How he hate me and I never met the man. You got niggas that hate you. And women, y'all are notorious for this. I hate that B. You don't even know her.
That's true.
She just work at the gas station. She just work at Walgreens. You don't even know her. What do you hate her for? Because to hate something, you have to understand it and you have to get to know what you hate. You got to understand what you hate. You can't just blindly hate something. Oh, well, yeah, you can, but it's stupid. It's hubris. It's stupid. So you got people that hate you from a distance. That's why, like, the niggas mean mug, I try to avoid all eye contact.
Real talk.
Avoid all eye contact. Because the moment you look at them and give them an eye down, stare down, they ready. It's like an animal. It's like an animal. You look at me and he look at you back, oh, he must be about something. That's why you try to avoid. I try to, me personally, if, dude looking at me, because we got this bad, you on the corner of the street and you drive by or at the stop sign and they just staring at you. Tell people in the comments, please tell me, have you ever had that happen? When niggas, you riding in the car at a stop sign or at a red light, and then somebody pull up next to you blasting music and they just look at you with this evil stare. I know for a fact y'all had that. I know for a fact y'all had that because I've had it. Dre had it. Tony had it. My dad had it. My uncles had it. We had that all for a fact. But what is that for? What is that for? To be honest, I think that's intimidation. Because if the dude look at you and you look at him, but you just quickly look away, that's an intimidation to me. It's all about intimidation. Like, oh, if he stare at me, then if he stare at me and he stare back, then he must be. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep. Sometimes you just look at the person because he's in your view, but they take that as, oh, he trying to fight. No. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's getting to a point where it's been crazy, but it's getting extreme now because we losing lives that could have been saved if the situation wasn't escalated over petty things. We losing too many lives where black people getting shot because he had on the new Jordans. They shoes, bro. They shoes. Every pair of shoes has the same duty to protect your feet.
That's true.
I mean, am I the only one that thinks this? Yeah, I got some nice shoes, but I'm not like, oh, man, I gotta, no. I mean, I keep my stuff nice, but they all have a duty to protect your feet from the outside. But when somebody come up to you and be like, yo, run me them fives. They just shoes. But you know what? Because they never had what you had. That's why. And that's a lot of jealousy. That's why I say you can't take the hood, because when niggas, they look at you, they change, they look at you different. Oh man, you done blew up. Oh man, you missed a big shot. Yeah, I am, but I'm not dumping on you. I'm not, like talking down on you. They say all good jokes contain the true stuff in them.
Yeah, every
They
joke
do.
got a bit of truth.
Every joke got a bit of truth. Somebody be laughing. Oh man, you don't know us no more. Ha ha. They laugh it off. That stuff is true, man. That's how they really feel. You gotta watch out for that.
It's crazy too, because it's like nowadays you gotta know how to assess situations now. And back then that used to never be like a skill you would have to have. But now you have to really know who you around. You gotta know who you around and where you at. And it's like you have to really watch people you don't know, because we surround ourselves with strangers every day when we go out to places. So sometimes you don't know. You could be in Walmart and something happens. You can just literally be just having a normal day and just something just pops off, and you're not paying attention to it. You're not expecting it, but it happens. So it's like you have to really assess people like good and be careful where you're going. And if you know this place has a tolerance of something happen, like some people go to clubs and bars and stuff like that. Know how to remove yourself from it, for one, or go to different places where you know something is typically not going to happen there. But also, also know what people you going out with too, because sometimes your friend could be a problem starter too, and a lot of people surround themselves with bad people. And you need to understand, okay, look, I know he got a habit of opening his mouth too much or running his mouth and talking a lot of stuff, so I'm not going out with this dude because he's this way. Oh, but no, he okay. He ain't gonna do that. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm not surrounding myself with that, because sometimes stuff happens like that, and even with women too. And when it comes to like with women have a way of doing things that's just put men in situations that they don't need to be in. And a lot of times as men, we try to be assertive and be protective of what we hold our image in a way, and a lot of times that wind up getting you killed too, and because you trying to show off a certain image, now you either in jail or dead because of you trying to protect somebody in a situation you didn't even create. So it's just like you have to really be careful who you surround yourself with. That is like really important, So I mean, this situation was very unfortunate though, but. This goes to show that this is not common within just hip hop. This is common with anybody. This can happen to you. This can happen to your child, your father, your mother, your grandmother. This can happen to anybody. So you just have to be careful at this point. So it's just, just know how to learn how to prevent certain things. Now, this is not to say that everything is preventable. That's one thing I'd have to say. You won't be able to prevent anything. Things just happen for no reason. But there are things that you can prevent from happening. And that's when you have to take a sound decision in yourself and realize, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? What could possibly happen if I go there? Okay, you know what? I ain't trying to take that chance. So you have to know how to make those decisions for yourself. And like I said, some things is unavoidable, but a lot of things are avoidable. So you just have to know how to do that. So.
Good one, guys. Good one. You give me that. Nope. No, but we living in a world where, it's like Tony said, evil is praised. Yeah. Good is pretty much done away with now. So you gotta watch who you hang around. But then again, that don't even work. Yeah. Because just like you said, Dre, you can hang around with guys, and some of the guys be hotheads. Mm. Or another good point you made about the security. These guys is making millions of dollars now, but they want to hire Ray and them just got out of jail, and they give them guns. A real security guard, a professional security guard, he's trained for that. He's trained to try to de-escalate the problem, because violence is the last thing a security guard will want to do. Right. He's trying to put everybody at peace. So just like Tony got out of jail, you hired Tony or Sean, and they goons, and if something pop off, the first thing they hit in their mind is, you know what? I'm gonna shoot the club up. I don't care. You mess with my boy, now I gotta represent. Just like you said, intimidation. See, all y'all made good points that all narrows down to the same thing. It's a problem. And it's black men, black women. Black women hate each other. Why, I do not know. How can you just hate somebody? How? Cause what? She got the same dress you got on. Y'all walk around. Y'all got the same hairstyle. Well, I just don't like. Oh, it look bad on me. Then it look on her. No, it don't. No. If both y'all got windshield wipers as eyelashes, both y'all look like fools.
Right.
You go.
Just saying. If guys walking around here with tight pants on, both y'all look like fools. But it's so much hate in the black community, man. It's so, and it don't have to be like this, but then again, it's got to be like this because, like Tony said, it's biblical. It's all biblical. We shouldn't walk around with grudges on our shoulders for the next man. I should want to encourage y'all, like, man, you know what, bam, do this. Stay focused in life, but no. Tony, Sean, y'all make it big. I'm just the uncle. Instead of me saying, you know what, keep doing what y'all doing. Build a bigger audience. These niggas think they all that now. They don't say nothing to me no more. Watch this. I go get a gun, kick the door in, Tony upstairs, and just start shoot his wife and kids. Shoot your wife and kids, shoot your wife and kids. Now guess what that's gonna do? By Tony being the street guy, he's not thinking, well, I gotta let the police handle this. Now it's time to retaliate. He's coming to where I'm at. I killed his kid, he finna kill mine. That's how the world is now.
It don't stop.
And it don't stop. It don't stop. Look at all these innocent babies are getting killed in these cars. Road rage, people just shooting through cars and killing babies. 5, 6-year-old, 3-month-old babies didn't even have a chance. They're gone.
That's sick.
But when you work for the devil, everything is pleasurable. Everything bad is pleasurable, put it that way. Everything. That's why people can break in your house, have no remorse. Well, I call them alley dwellers. That means the guys that are women. I just say, I call them alley dwellers.
Yeah, okay.
There's no respect in the world. They can do that and go home and lay next to their wife. No, not just at the office, and you just slit somebody's freaking throat. There's no love in the world, but did God not say this was going to happen? He said it was going to happen. So guess what? I never thought that I would be here to see these days. I'm quite sure you didn't
Yeah, I
either.
showed them.
And I know y'all didn't. But what Pops told me back in the days when I was y'all age and younger, he's gone. Mama gone. Everything they said, I see it now. Everything they said. My old man always used to say, one day, if I'm here to say it, I might not be, but tanks are going to roll down your blocks. You know how close that is of coming? It's going to happen. Because the world is, like Tony always say, the world is so full of evil, it's praised. It can't be good. There was never 50% good, 50% bad. No, guess what? Good lost that battle.
Yeah, facts.
Good lost that battle a long time ago. Everything that we do in this world that's not considered to be good in God's eyes is sin. Everything. I don't care if you told a little white lie, that's a sin. In his eyes, you commit a sin. Now, man can forgive you. God will forgive you too, but don't make no mistake. He judge you just like the police judge people. I mean, not the police, the court system. What do you think they get that stuff from? Sean got a bum run. No, but Carmelo said a lot of people are controlled, like the movie. How you pronounce it? The Manchurian Candidate?
Yeah, the Manchurian
There
Candidate.
you go. That's such a good point,
Yeah,
man.
Manchurian
That's such a
Candidate.
good point.
It's true though, she right.
That is such a good point.
She right.
Watch as well as pray. That's in the Bible. You can be a servant of the Lord, but guess what? He didn't say
Right.
get on your knees and pray. Go out there and ain't nothing gonna happen to
Don't
you.
observe nothing.
No, you gotta watch.
Yeah, observe.
Because everybody's not sent from God.
Yeah.
You got people out there, just like Sean said, hate you for no reason. And every time I see this nigga, he got on something new. Sean just bought a new chain. Tone just bought a new car. What this dude got, I ain't got. All right, you know what we gonna do? We gonna catch this fool at a light one day, and we gonna kill him and take his stuff. That's hatred.
Terrible. That's
Tony ain't got it. I'm not saying what he have, but I'm just using an example.
Yeah.
Tony don't drive around like that, but looking at all the people cars and pointing the guns out, let people know he got a gun. And no, that's not him. But guess what? He be the main one that come up killed.
All right, I swear it be like that.
I do.
Because you got a lot of innocent people in the ground, just like you got a lot of bad people in the ground. You do. Innocent bystanders are gone. Now it's open season on everybody. Old people getting killed, babies getting killed, Newborn babies are getting killed. Babies in the womb getting killed. It's open season. And if I can go out there and get killed, if it wasn't for the man upstairs, I probably would have been gone a long time ago. All of us probably would have been gone a long time ago. Because we all been in a situation that life looked us right back in the eye like, bro, you dodged a bullet, homie. An accident. You and swerve, and you don't even think nothing about it. That car could have hit you. You could have flew through the windshield and killed yourself. But these are things we take for granted. Whew, man, I made it through that. Sometimes just sit down and think. Hey, if it weren't for the grace of God, I wouldn't even be here. And that's why a lot of kids that's growing up, it all boils down to why the people act like this. There's no God in the home. God is obsolete now. So if you don't teach the fear of God, what makes you think I'm gonna fear you? You got a gun, I got a gun. You kill my homies, I'm coming back to kill your boys. It's just like Tony said, it'll never stop. Now you're bringing personal stuff into it. Now I gotta kill this. He hurt me, now I gotta kill him. I gotta hurt him more. I gotta go kill his mama. Damn. Or see his mama coming out of the store and ride past and just shoot the mama, everybody's just out there laying the puddle of blood. And the way it is now, people will go kill you and won't even care about it. Oh yeah, he did, and go make videos about it. Oh, they won't say they did it, but you know they did it. Oh, nigga just got shot over in the block. He shouldn't have been. You tricking off on yourself. It's an evil world we live in. Black lives, it's all of it is evil. All of it. You got the same cats that will go march if a white cop kill a black man. But these cats will not go march if they jump on you and kill you.
Man,
why is that? They don't care because it's not to care about you. That's the thing. They don't care about me. None of us. People out here on live, it was never meant to care about us. We shall overcome. We ain't overcame yet. How long will we have to sing the same song? How long? It's not going to get better because people are disobedient. That's why it's not going to get better. So God took the love out the world. Now people is going crazy. Because if you have love for people, you wouldn't do the things you do. Now, people are going to get hurt. Yeah, true. I mean, it's going to always be like that. But senseless violence is so stupid. You got cats walking around here with guns that won't hesitate to smoke you in a second. They won't hesitate. What you say? You ain't got to say nothing. Huh? What you mean, homie? That's them dudes that... Dude, I don't even know y'all. Pop, pop, pop. You dead. Oh, man, guess what? That wasn't even dude there. I told you, you should have listened to me. But they look like them. You did. You can't come back and like, okay, you know what? I'm straight. Yep. Y'all was, it was a mistake. You did. Mm-hmm. You did. So now here come your mama, gotta come. Look at your body. That's gonna break her down. Your brother see you in a casket. Now guess what? I gotta get these niggas. Once again, it goes back to what Tony said. It never stops. Mm-hmm. It won't stop. Until we humble ourselves, that go for us, that go for people out here watching, humble ourselves and keep God in the picture, we gonna always be a lost cause. Gotcha. And like you said, Sean, the rap music, you don't see no other races talking about what we do. Oh, yeah. You got Asian rappers. You got Pakistani rappers. I don't know what they be saying, but they rappers. They call themselves rappers. So hey, you know what? Let them rap, fine. Mm-hmm. But you don't hear them saying, "I'm finna go get this." I don't know however they say it. I'm finna shoot up the block. We battle against ourselves.
And they definitely don't talk about killing their own. And
they don't. Exactly. They don't. But a brother like, what was his name? Brand Nubians.
Yeah. Lord
that was
Jamal.
Back in the days, Lord Jamal. They make an album now, they're gonna sell like 3 copies. I don't want to hear that. Yep. Public Enemy them, I don't want to hear that, man. Man, them niggas is bogus. They whack. If they ain't talking about killing, having sex with multiple women, and doing, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And these big old companies, they okay this stuff. So that's why when Kanye said what he said, everybody, they did crazy. Man, smart. Yeah, he's smart.
He was on the money.
He was on the money. You think these people care if you make a song about killing your brother? What they care for? Because you gonna get money, but they gonna get bigger money than you. And they just the CEOs and stuff. They get way bigger money than you.
All about money.
It's all about money. But the money you done sold your people out. You done degraded the women. You talk about your brother. He did this, so I had to put a gat in his mouth and blow his brains out. They don't care. Keep doing it. All these songs, you bringing in millions to me. Keep doing it. If I was one of them, I'd let you do the same thing. You ain't hurting me. You just paid for my kids to go through college. You just bought me another $2.3 million home, homie. Or no, $1 billion home. So keep going. So when Kanye blew the whistle, everybody, oh, he crazy. No. He know more about it than we do. He's out in that world. We're not.
Yeah, that's true. He dwelling with them people.
He is. And the man's telling the honest to God's truth. And hate, there you go, Carmella, Cain and Abel.
Oh, man.
Perfect example. I ain't even got to say no more.
Shut it down right there.
I ain't even got to say no
Shut
more.
it down right there.
Cain and Abel. And you know what, Carmella? Thank you for that. The show's over.
Yeah, she closed that. She
Just closed the whole show down. You gotta say nothing else.
Wow.
They heard what you said. They heard what you said. You said they heard what I said. When Carmella just said this,
you ain't lying.
it's over.
It's over with.
It's over. Because that's the best, one of the best, craziest stories in the world.
You know
Because
what's
he didn't
funny?
have to do that.
That one story is the reason why all this is currently today.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
That's why it's happening.
There you go. Didn't God say nothing new under the sun?
Yeah.
History repeats itself. Here you go. That's what the situation we're in now. Jealousy.
Yeah.
So on that note, yeah, I know the cat said amen too. You know, Jacob. Right.
That was perfect.
But Carmella, thank you. I appreciate that. That was like the
That was perfect.
best,
Yeah,
perfect
that
timing
was.
ever.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope y'all learned something. But know this. This is from PTSD. And everybody who's got sense, keep God first. Because we're living in a world that you're not going to have a choice but to keep him first. He also
really
said
have
that in the scripture. You're going to come back to me anyway, bro.
Yeah.
You got to come holler at him regardless.
No matter what.
Yep.
So when you out there, you walking, and you see shootouts, and you hear bullets dodging past you, that's not luck. Just not your time to die. That's all it is. He controls. He's the true time taker. Not us. But you got so many people out there that die before their time because they did so much evil.
Yeah.
So he got to come holler at you. But when he come holler at you, are you ready? But on that note, thank you, Carmella. You just, wow, I'm still bugging off Cain and Abel, man. I'm still bugging off that. That was beautiful, Carmella.
That's the beginning of
Um,
it right there.
Comment, like, subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel, Pico City PTSD. No, Pico City 101 Talk, PTSD. Well, same thing, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. If y'all like what y'all hear, feel free to comment, share, like. Like I said, hey, hit the YouTube because I'll be doing stuff on YouTube that I won't be doing on live. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and check me out on YouTube. Hey, you might like what you hear. But this is PTSD signing off, saying thank you. Always keep God first. And once again, Carmella, you stole the show. Thank you, everybody. This is PTSD signing off.
Nice.